Back for more on the seventh day. Today we take a look at We Are Still Here, a film deeply rooted in the works of the late Italian horror maestro Lucio Fulci. So deep that it could almost be described as a fan sequel to his great classic The Beyond. Lucio Fulci was a prolific horror director at the height of his peak in the late 70s and early 80s. If you've never heard of him, then I strongly suggest you start with these titles. The Italian unofficial sequel to George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead was recut by Dario Argento and called Zombie in Italy. Fulci's Zombie came out in Italy as Zombie 2, also known as Zombie Flesh Eaters in the UK. Confused already? Don't worry, they are completely separate entities. The H.P. Lovecraftian City of the Living Dead, his undeniably classic and otherworldly The Beyond, House by the Cemetery, and the very sleazy and graphically violent The New York Ripper. I'll be doing a complete overview of the man's work in a separate video series in the future. Director Ted Geoghegan builds in We Are Still Here a moody, otherworldly atmosphere and gives the impression that we are dealing with a slow burn. However, as soon as the horror kicks in, it goes straight for the jugular. The first direct link to Lucio Fulci appears in the form of Joe the Electrician, a direct nod to character Joe the Plumber from The Beyond. People who have seen that film know exactly what kind of fate Joe the Plumber had to endure. The basic premise of the film is about a couple who move to the quiet New York countryside to try to start a new life for themselves after their teenage son is killed in a car crash. But the house they moved into seems to be haunted by vengeful spirits. There's more to the story than that, but you'll have to discover the rest for yourself. The wife is played by Barbara Crampton from Reanimator fame, and indie horror director Larry Fessenden plays a friend. This is not your basic haunted house story, and it crushes all the tropes and cliches of that subgenre. It's surprisingly violent and has the detailed voyeuristic gore from a Fulci film. The effects are practical, the look of the film gives a 70s vibe, and it moves at a breakneck speed with its 80 minutes running time. So in conclusion, it is the first time for a while now that I wished a movie was about 20 minutes longer. What I got was the best Lucio Fulci film not directed by Lucio Fulci himself. It rings to the grand scope of the literature works of H.P. Lovecraft. For me, it is nothing less than a modern classic. So if you want to know about Joe the Electrician's fate and like your horror moody, atmospheric and gory, well then this will just about hit all the right nerves. See you next time.